Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equities Story. I'm with wonderful Wolfie, and he's still recovering. He's so exhausted after reporting season. He doesn't know where he is. And, we've had some exciting stocks that we've been putting on and some exciting businesses that we've looked at and some good trades that are doing reasonably well. And just before we start, this is just a general share advice and not personal advice.
Yeah.
Wolfie, it's quiet. It's got quiet. There's no reporting season is over. But you know what we do have? We've got our charts. We've always got our charts to have a look at, haven't we?
Yeah, we do. We do. And just before you go on there with those beautiful charts, somebody asked us, can we put together like top 10 post results? And I'm working on that. So I haven't forgotten. I'm working on that. It's just been a really busy time for me looking at all these different stocks and chasing a few information up. So I'll have that all for you on Monday. Right, I'll have the top 10 for you on Monday, so wait for that. But Dave, there wasn't that much news for the last couple of days, which was nice, a bit of a breather. But we've got some charts to look at, so let's go through some stuff.
Yeah, and definitely. I mean, again, I think you sort of, every week, I think we tend to pick the price action pretty good on the markets every week, and again, we're sort of saying that it's a good chance we're going to come back down and retest these the support level. I suppose, Wolf, one thing that's quite good, this is the ASX 200. At least we bounced a little bit. We've bounced off that 7,200.
Yeah.
That's not, Wolfie, that's not too bad, right?
Honestly.
I mean, I said we should revisit support at 7,136. So we actually bounced before then, which not bad. It's still looking to me like we come down, possibly, lower to sideways. It still feels a little bit that price action with what you're looking at in America. And again, the Nasdaq still not looking too pretty, Wolf. But the Dow holding on, actually holding on.
Yes.
So it just needs we need a good night tonight on the Dow, Wolf. I don't want a bad night on the Dow. If we can have a good night, I'm a little bit more relieved. So we just need a good night on the Dow. And if we could do that, well, I don't mind sideways, because hopefully with the trends will still work sideways. I just don't want down, Wolf. So what I thought we'd do is just have a look at some stocks that are looking quite good at the moment. And Wolf, FMG, we're trading it at the moment. We put that target at 24. The dividend came, and guess what? What dividend? $1. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, the dividend did come. It brought it down, and then it bounced back up. So you've just pretty much scored yourself over $1 free. Well done to you, shareholders. Whoever's was trading this and decided to take the risk on the dividend pay. Wow.
Very good. And so that, again, that's been a super cool. And again, you see iron ore's not doing bad, Wolf. It's back at 128, and you can see it CIA. It's coming. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th time retesting that $8. Can it break through next week? What's your money on, Wolf? Do you reckon it can?
Dave, it will, and I tell you why it will, is because the Chinese data that's just come out is very positive for iron ore. So for me, I think it's going to probably push through. So basically, China's numbers are getting better because post-COVID, you were expecting a bit of spending, a bit of infrastructure, a bit of consumer spending, because everyone's obviously just locked up for about 2 years in China. So there's that honeymoon effect, right? We need to go and spend. So right now, the figures are very positive for some of these stories to go up on the back of that. And I think it's got enough strength to give you a little bit of a boost over $8 for CAA and FMG. I mean, you can see how strong they are, and you can see the iron ore almost $130. That's good.
All right. I mean, I like the chart. Would you go for CIA as a trade up to 850?
Well, it's close enough for me as a signal, Dave, as well. So I'm happy to give it a bit of a punt, right? With a nice stop somewhere in the middle, like 750 or something, maybe, right? 745. Very, very, very tight. So you don't want to go below that green candle there. They're sort of, at the tail end of it. So I'm maybe just giving it a really tight stop and go for a little trade here on this CIA.
All right. And again, this CIA for long term. I mean, originally, Wolf, we first introduced this to Members Equity Story, when it was trading at 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
been a superb story, hasn't it?
Oh, if you kept this from the beginning and never listened to us, right, being buying and selling, you'd be going pretty well. But we don't do that. We like to go in and out because we like to trade these things, and it's been a good one. And generally speaking, holding these stocks can be cyclical, so it's pretty dangerous. So normally we try to just navigate through the trading on this, not holding for a long time. But anyway, look, it's been a great performer for us trading wise. So yeah, it could be another trade here coming up. And like I said, I'm just giving you a positive view on what China's heading in a short term. So possibly a little trade here.
Well, do you think we could go a little bit deeper with that stop loss?
Dave, you do whatever you want with that, because you can easily put it on at 690, for example, right? Easily.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, you want to. It hasn't done anything like that, has it, for like 2 months? So that, for me, that maybe be more a sign of change of direction, if you don't mind. So
yeah, that's fine. The only thing I'm thinking is from $8 to 7 something will be like 15% loss. So are you prepared to do that? If you are, I'm happy with that. If you want to be pretty tight, a little bit less of a loss, then yeah,
go a bit shorter. Yeah, of course.
That's all.
All right, that's good. So unfortunately, it is, again, I'm just putting, it is high risk. All trading, also these sort of mineral stocks are always high risk.
You just never know, right? You could have iron ore next week not looking great, right? And then there's the unfortunate death of the trade.
Yeah, I know, it's what it's like, right? So
yes, exactly.
okay, let's come down, and again, Fortescue's on the way. We got $1. I think we might get we might get $3 out of it. So we're already trading that, but it's well done, looking absolutely superb.
Yep.
Wolfie, I thought we had a lot of good charts last week on Einstein's. Because the markets are down, not many have really sort of risen to the occasion. But there are a few, and I'm a little bit surprised with AVH looking so,
That's doubled since it first broke out, Dave. That's that green candle. Yeah, it's doubled from there. So that's a massive move for a company that's really still unprofitable, and really probably, for me, not sure whether this is deserving of such a huge move. And I know it's improving its revenue run rate, right? It's growing quite strongly, but there's still huge losses on the book. So I don't know. I mean, if you're trading this, just really tight stops on that. Really tight stops.
Oh, maybe it can be a bit of resistance at that $4.
That's exactly right. That's why I'm maybe now worried. It's just gone too hard, too fast.
But I don't know. When you got such strong look how it moved before.
Yeah, I know. But this is the thing. That's why tight stop. I wouldn't sell it yet because you never know. That FOMO is very strong sometimes, right? It can just go another $2, go up to $6 for some reason. There could be some shorters in there too that have to repurchase the stock, right?
Yeah, well, a bit of shortcoming.
Yeah.
I think. Well, Wolf, there's your stop, right? If you're in it under that 388, yeah. I think there you go. If it goes under 388, at the end of the hour, then get out if you are trading that.
Yeah, it sounds. So you've got a really tight stop. There you go. So if you're in this already, you're going to make some really serious money.
Wolf, I was impressed with the price action last week of SDF, and I still think that's good. There's a good chance to go on with it.
Absolutely.
BRI has bucked the market this week and really surprised the upside, which is great to see. And you know what, Wolfie, if it ends like this, you've got a record all-time high on the company. Now, I mean, we say buy 52-week high, buy breakouts, buy record all-time highs. Wow. Does that make sense to you though, fundamentally, that this could keep on charging higher?
Yeah, you can, because it's still not expensive, right? And a good outlook to boot. And remember that we are, as a fundamentalists here at Equity Story, we love upgrades, we love strong outlooks. So normally we tend to keep buying this as long as there's value in these stories.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the trades last week, like ALG, which that my weekly, but I've sort of put on the daily. I think it's still looking really good. And actually, a lot of them like SNL, haven't really. So I'll just put this back on the weekly. It's really lightly traded. I haven't shot the lights out this week, but just an opportunity. I still think looking very, very good. MRM has kept on going on with it, Wolf, and I'm just sort of, again, this this stock feels to me, if you look at the charts, There's a little bit of a noise before around that 120. So it could struggle a little bit around here. There might be a little bit of profit taking.
But again, this is another example of buying positivity, buying companies that release good results or even upgrades. And they started doing that early 2022, right? This is when you should have been buying, or probably we should have been looking at this a bit more strongly. Maybe we just didn't like the story as much. But look at it. I mean, you got a doubler in 12 months time.
Looking very, very good. Wolf, PPS, it's a stock that you put on Ausbiz on telly on midweek, right? And it was you were put in a difficult situation because we like to pick our calls normally on Friday, right? We want to see those charts at the end of the week.
Yeah.
They came in and but I think you've done very, very well, Wolfie, because I think that PPS looks like it's going to hold up, and it's really well set up for a move, isn't it? Up to that sort of 90 cents retest next week as well.
Yep.
Possibly a nice little 4 or 5% in there, right?
Yeah,
not
right.
looking
Not
back.
at all.
Yeah, so maybe I won't put that one on, but I think it's most probably worth having a look at. You put on IPG, right? So that's a hot stock, obviously. Copying me, that's fine. I totally get that. It's where, and again, you copied another one of my stocks, IGL, which that's fine too. You can copy me twice. Oh, you copied me again with DUR. Sorry, I forgot about that. There's another of my hot stocks that you copied, and looking at Genius.
I did say that if things go wrong, please call the Hounds.
The Hound
responsible for these stories.
And another one you copied me on XRF as well, but that's absolutely fine because you did have a little bit of an idea, put NXT on, and of course that hasn't done very well. But anyway, not to worry, Wolfie, not to worry. It's only TV that you have to make yourself look a fool at. No problem. But can I say, joking aside, your charting, my champion, is very, 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 very good, and excellent. And you've become an excellent chartist over the years. So well done.
Reluctantly, I still want to be a fundamentalist.
Those days are gone. Poor old Claude is but even Claude is starting to doubt himself. And
Exactly.
What I would, DSE is down today. Opportunity Knocks had a great report, great announcement.
Like you said 2 days ago, they're very frustrating that it's trying to get through, and then the seller comes in. Oh, I'm going to take that 2 pips, make my profit, and I'm going to buy again at 21.5, and I'm going to sell again at 23.
Yeah, someone is just making a fortune on Dropsuite. I don't know who it's most probably. I'm sure it's Wayne, most probably putting his millions in, and but eventually it will break out because the story will win, and when it does break out, you just want to. I think, like you said, you just want to be on it. So there's a few stories. I think iSize this weekend is going to be really interesting. We're live at 12 o'clock. We're going to put on. We're going to be brave. We're going to put CIA on as a trade. Why not? And Wolfie, I think most of those stocks I'm looking at, most of those hot stock, those sort of buy signals, generally speaking, okay. I think there was one that was really disappointing, which unfortunately is a sell, which is XTE. Not okay. It's right on the trend, but but it goes below 50. Okay, you're still in it, but I'll tell you what, goes below 54, 52, even 49, you need to get out of it. I don't know why. It was a pretty good announcement. It's just what happened is that they were a little bit negative towards the second quarter, and the market didn't like it. So, good story, but for those traders out there, sorry, you just have to get out of it and go somewhere else. But apart from that, Wolf, there's some good stories. I thought AP's holding in there. It looks like it's actually going higher. So AP, if you're not in it, I think it could go higher. Yep. BAP hasn't really done anything. It actually had a great move last week and then opened. Must be much more lightly traded than I thought. BAP actually, because then it opened back down here, which was
there's a problem with some of these lesser loved stories like BAP. It needs a good market to actually go on with it. That's the problem, right? With these sort of lesser loved stock.
Well, and you can see, Wolf, it used to be traded a lot more.
Yeah,
look at the volumes back here, and look, the market's just not interested in these sort of stories. Look at the volume.
So the stocks that tend to have a buy signal but are loved by the market will probably do a little bit better in a non-performing market than something like a BAP, which is interesting, isn't it? It's an interesting observation that, yeah, I mean, it's just been recently not really brilliant, has it?
No, not at all. All right. Apart from that, not too much to talk about. We're looking forward to live. We got some of our great traders on live at 12 o'clock. They're going to be throwing some really good charts at us for next week. So
yeah,
look forward to 12 o'clock, Wolf. Go and have your coffee. Go and give your hair a bit of a shave. Get that.
Yes.
We don't want any. And then let's get going. All right. See you later.
See you soon at 88.
See you, champ.
Bye.